Next, we will see the component of fuel system in A engine. There are fuel tank of 75 liter, fuel sender in the fuel tank, fuel filter for filtering foreign material in the fuel, low pressure pump integrated with the high pressure pump, PRV, which is the valve for controlling the fuel pressure inlet port, PRV controlling the high pressure pump common rail and fuel pressure at outlet port, and injector spraying the high pressed fuel into the combustion chamber. At first, the fuel sender is the device for indicating the fuel amount in the fuel tank to the driver on the dashboard. The fuel sender of A engine has 8 plus or minus 1 ohm at sender full condition, 99 plus or minus 1 ohm at half full condition, and 175 plus or minus 1.7 ohm at low condition with alarm lamp. The fuel filter is the device for getting rid of the foreign materials from the fuel. The fuel filter consists of hand priming pump for supplying fuel in manual, fuel heater for preventing that paraffin included in fuel is solidified at cold, fuel temperature switch detecting fuel temperature and sending signal to operate the fuel heater, fuel filter filtering foreign material, and water sensor for indicating moisture alarm at dashboard when a lot of moisture is mixed into fuel at filter. The heating for fuel filter of new H1A engine is controlled by BCM, unlike conventional case. BCM drives the fuel filter heater relay for 15 seconds when ignition 1 signal is input by driver. The high pressure pump is driven by the timing chain. It plays role of supplying high-pressure fuel to common rail. The high pump is CP1H type, of which performance is enhanced than conventional CP3.2 type. The max fuel supplying amount of CP1H high-pressure pump is 843 cubic millimeters per revolution, which is larger than the conventional one, 677 cubic millimeters per revolution. In addition, the high-pressure pump is equipped with a mechanical low-pressure fuel supplying pump and the PRV controlling fuel pressure at inlet port. The engine ECM performs the duty control of PRV to control the fuel amount supplying to the high-pressure pump. When replacing high-pressure pump, reassemble it with careful of extrusion amount of sprocket. If it is extruded more or less than regulated amount, it causes the chain noise. In addition, measuring sprocket gaps of old high-pressure pump and new high-pressure pump make the gap be comply with the regulation. If it is not satisfying regulation, exchange with the graded sprocket to comply with the regulation. Please do not forget it. The grade of sprocket distinguishes the protrusion amount to the arrow mark shown in figure. There are A, B, and C types for sprocket grade. The specification of grade is as shown in the following table. The common rail of new H1A engine is equipped with the fuel pressure sensor and the pressure regulator valve controlling the fuel pressure at outlet port. ECM controls the max pressure lower than 1,600 bar using the PRV controlling fuel pressure at inlet port and PRV controlling fuel pressure at outlet port. The injector of new H1A engine is equipped with IQA type injector. At each injector, database code is marked on the upper side. At exchanging injector, the worker should input the alphanumeric code into the scan tool. The engine ECM receives the signals from the sensors and controls the spraying number of injector with 3 to 4 times per cycle. The minimum fuel spray amount is 1 cubic millimeter per stroke. At each injection, the spraying gap can be controlled up to 0.8 milliseconds at least. In addition, the spraying holes of injector are 8 holes with 2 more holes than conventional 6 holes. This screen shows the fuel flowing diagram of A engine. By operation of low pressure pump installed at high pressure pump, The fuel in the tank is inhaled through the sender. The inhaled fuel is filtered by the fuel filter and supplied to the low-pressure pump. Through PRV, the fuel amount is controlled and fuel is sent to high-pressure pump. High-pressure pump compresses the fuel having low pressure and sends it to common rail. The common rail accumulates the high-pressure fuel. By the pressure regulator valve is installed at the end of the common rail, the high-pressure fuel is controlled. The injector is operated by the signal from the engine ECM and performs the fuel injection in multi-steps.